What's up, guys? Today we have another "Am I the Asshole?" conundrum. So
thank you, Reddit.
Well, what? We gotta call it a CC. Cunt corner. Cunt corner. Controversial corner. Okay, I like that.
Thank you, Reddit. Am I the asshole? You guys are a bitch.
You're saving us. You're saving us. So this is a guy who's asking, am I the asshole for not letting my mom meet my son? I'm a gay man, married, and my husband and I have just become dads through an open adoption. Our son was born 6 days ago. Both of my parents were not accepting of my sexuality. They were very vocal about their thoughts on LGBT plus people, and I didn't want to come out to them until I was almost 23 and I was still living with them at the time. They kicked me out and spew a lot of hatred toward me. I'm practically fully estranged now. Last time I heard from my mom was 5 years ago, and my dad about 6 years. I gave up. I speak with my sister occasionally, who's pretty accepting, and my grandma, who is amazing and doesn't talk, and has taken my husband under her wing as well.
Oh, yeah. Grandma.
So good on the grandma in this particular case. My mom texted me 2 days ago asking if I can meet her grandson. This is the longest text message I've received for her.
Whoa.
She said that despite the fact that she does not agree with my choices, my child is her grandchild and she wants to meet him and be a grandma to him. At first I didn't know what to say, but I just told her I don't think it's a good idea. And that was his nice way of saying no. She replied that it's unfair of me to do that to her and that she is still her grandma and she has a right to fulfill her grandma duties. Then she said my son—
right to this child.
No, this is the best part. Then she said my son needs a female figure in his life, so I should do what is right for my son. Now I appreciate that he is her grandchild, but it's hard to say yes to someone who hates me as I am and is very actively and vocally anti-LGBT.
How did she find out that was her grandchild?
I'm sure through family.
Yeah.
Facebook.
The sister.
Kicked me out and didn't look back, so there's that too.
That's pretty
My
fucked
sister
up.
says I'm right and she can't expect to come in and out of my life as she pleases. My husband isn't super comfortable with the idea of her meeting him, considering it's been 5 years since I spoke to her and suddenly she's interested. But only in our child. Yeah, but only in our child. He also thinks it can't do any harm to let her meet him again, but is very hesitant about it. So is he the asshole? I think he's not the asshole.
I don't think the asshole. The mom reminds me.
I think he's a big fucking asshole.
The mom reminds me of my mom because so I told my mom, I think after high school, I was like, I'm tired of your Buddhism shit. I'm not gonna fucking go with you to the temple or anything like that. And I stopped like reciting these Buddhist and Confucius proverbs to me, and she's like, fine, I can respect that. And I'll catch her in the backyard with my dog Tyson, and then she'll be whispering in his ear like, "Ame tofu," which is like like this Chinese like Buddhist chant.
She's teaching your dog Buddhism?
Yeah, because
that's fucked up. That's your dog, man. That's fucked up.
So like and not Chinese, in Buddhism there's reincarnation. So he's just a dog right now, but he could have been my uncle in the past life. Mom's just going around like fucking whispering.
Doing Buddhist chants to the dog.
Yeah.
Hoping that she can send him through fucking enlightenment or whatever.
Maybe he can convert me back some other time.
Oh my god. She was trying to channel Buddhist scripture through the dog so he could lick your fucking arm and give you Buddhist.
Dude, to be against Buddhism though as a kid is so funny. Like that's like being against your stoner dad. Like, hey stoner dad, like stop it, I'm straight edge. Like stop fucking smoking so much weed.
But it is kind of the same thing with like if you were like rebelling against your parents with Christianity.
Right.
Yeah, but it's like, but I don't know, so Buddhism doesn't have the same ring.
No.
It's like, I'm not gonna go to church, mom.
Hey dad, I'm gonna go to war instead. Fuck you.
But yeah, in this particular case, this lady sounds like a bitch. Like fuck her. Like you have no like she's not entitled to your kid.
In her defense,
Well, it's not even his kid. It's a what, he adopted it?
Yeah. Or it was born.
It's not his kid. It's not his
defense,
kid.
that could be her dumbass way of trying to offer like an olive branch.
Sure, yeah, but she still has like these things in here where she's like she's not apologizing to him about the other things, the other shitty things that she's
But
done.
she's dumb, she's old, it's hard for her to move out of her ways.
Too. It's like, hey, I hate you.
Yeah.
Can I see your kid now? Is he here?
Can I influence your future child?
Where is he? Where is he?
Because that's how I feel like my dad would communicate, and so I'm like, I just gotta do my best to try to see past him being an idiot. I'm like, okay, he's trying to make amends. This is him really trying.
If my parents were against Nikki, I would destroy them. This guy is way more patient than I am.
Yeah.
What do you mean by destroy?
Yeah, what would
like flamethrower their house?
Love, I would take away. Anything. I would kill my grandma just to piss them off.
Jeez.
You know why? Because my grandma is my mom's best friend, so I would kill her best friend.
Oh.
When is that point though when you decide that your girlfriend is more important than your family?
It's not girlfriend, that's my wife.
No, before that though, there was a point where you're getting to know Nikki, right? And then she becomes your girlfriend, and then she becomes your wife. a wife makes more sense, but there's got to be a part in that process where you're like, now you're more
If
important.
only my dad could suck my dick as good as my wife does. You know, and then you know what?
Talk about
Yeah,
things that are meant to be taken. That's a soundbite right there.
You know what? You're right. I'd put my dad up here. But you know what? I think he sucks at giving head. I've always thought that since I was 3.
Put your dad up here, and you put Nikki down here.
Your dad's here, Nicky's down here.
The follow-up.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
Oh boy.
Oh, no.
Thank you for watching the last refuge for free speech on the fucking internet, Jakey.
That chair does things to you, doesn't it?
You get weird.
I watch dad and son porn now.
No!
Because I sit in this chair.
The Joe chair.
Oh man.
And sometimes the son turns into a tentacle monster, and I kind of like that more. Because I sit in this chair.
That is a good question to ask, though. Like, when do you choose your lover over your family members? Because
Sex, frankly.
is it?
Pure sex.
Because I've had some pretty good sex, but I still haven't chosen my family.
It wasn't that great.
I don't think you've had the bombest fucking sex of your life.
Really?
I really don't think so. I think you've had some bomb sex, by the way. I've heard of a lot of your
But I love my family. It's difficult
Don't
to.
you think sex is temporary? Because it's gonna be good for maybe 20 years, and eventually it's not
I
gonna be that
don't,
good.
because the horniest people on earth are old people.
But I think it makes it easier when your family's being a dick to leave them.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
For me, in my case, I never really had that where I'm just like feeling like
But
denied.
you can't connect with your mom or your dad as much as you can like a chick that you're fucking really good. I don't think.
Well, that is true, but
It makes a fair
I
point.
also feel
Sean
like.
laughs and scoffs because Sean doesn't know. He doesn't have that good that tight.
You're right. My mom doesn't suck my dick as good.
See?
You're right.
That's my problem with my dad.
Right. But at the same time, though, you're married, right? So there's that. This is family now.
Right.
So then your wife is family
Yes.
that you're creating.
Extremely.
But then at the girlfriend stage, you're not there yet.
Yeah.
So then it's, I think, a lot more easier to bond more with the kin than the girlfriend.
Unless you don't have a great relationship with your family already.
Yeah, like in this guy's case.
In this guy's case,
Yeah.
he doesn't have a great relationship with his family. So
Because if my mom was like denying me and kicking me out of the house, peace out, bitch.
so you already have that.
I
Like,
never loved you.
But there's a lot of that, man, especially religious families. Like, I know a chick who, her family was so religious and crazy, they basically banned her from all things in high school, and she became like a gangbang chick.
What?
Not even kidding.
Oh.
You mean like a gangster, or you mean like a porn gangbang?
Chick. Like, she did that shit to get off because that's how fucking repressed she was sexually.
repression is great.
Well, religion's great then.
Oh, true. For porn, yes. But for life, maybe no.
I like just that one avenue.
Which religion gets the girls to do the reverse gangbang?
Which, what's a...
The harem style, when it's more girls than one guy.
Oh, yeah, that's Buddhism.
Is this true, Bart?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen cartoons of that.
Christians, it's when they want a lot of guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get it. Hey, look at the church. Come on, what happened?
Dude, it is really crazy though. It's like, okay, when you're growing up, right? Sometimes you can outsmart your parents, and you're kind of surrounded by these cavemen, and you're like, what the fuck? How do I like get out of this?
You
But
will
you're
outsmart
stuck.
your parents.
Most people will if they're not idiots, right? And when we talked about this to the college students, like it's the same thing. Like we were just in Austin, and they were like, how do you deal with parents not accepting this and this? And I was like, okay, pretty much you guys all outsmarted your parents. You're smarter than them. They don't have that type of ability in their mind to think critically. So what are you gonna do at this point? You either fucking move out or accept the fact that they're not gonna change their mind.
And most parents, frankly, are unremarkable. Okay? Like, if more people could
You're so right. Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
then they would understand that they can win, right? Instead of like, oh, well, my parents don't approve of me, so I think I'm a shithead. Instead of that, if people are like, my parents are fucking losers, and so who cares?
But no one could admit that.
I know. It's tough.
That's the hard part. Is like
Because you're from your parents, so you think like,
yes.
part of them.
No.
And I'm telling everyone, hey, my parents included, and most of your parents, they're idiots.
Unremarkable.
Really?
When I sent my mom a picture of Steve, and I go, this is my new boyfriend, and we just made out, and the first thing my mom sends is 3 dots, and then she texts back, think of your wife and your family. You must resist temptation. I'm like, this is my mom's logic.
Yeah.
You must resist temptation.
Or your mom.
That you were tempted by a man like me is nuts. That's nuts.
Or the fact that your mom believes that you're low-key gay.
Yeah.
By the way, I like myself. This is not a self-esteem thing.
Yeah.
The fact that you, Bart, a fucking human statue, were tempted by me, Steve, a guy who's wearing merch. It blows my fucking mind. I have an iWatch that's a loner. I'm wearing a loner iWatch because my trainer wants to make sure that I work out because he thinks I'm such a piece of shit that I
Yeah,
won't.
that you won't be honest with
Right.
about yourself.
He's like, I have stats to back it up. You fucking piece of shit. You were at a Mexican restaurant at 7:30. Like, that's why I have an iWatch. Like, that is just nuts to me.
So I get jealous of the kids that grow up with actual sensible, self-aware, intelligent parents because I'm like, you motherfucker, you got guidance.
You have it all.
Yeah, because I think the norm is people tend to kind of evolve from their families and they want to find another set of family members or friends that to be around, and then they get stuck in this circle, and then they kind of they have to kind of, what do you call it, like believe and drink the Kool-Aid too, or else they feel left out. But in reality, they were right. They just weren't in the right crowd.
If your parents don't have the balls to tell you that you can win, or they have the audacity to tell you that you can't, that's even more reason to realize how unremarkable they are. That's all that I'm saying.
Yeah, if they have such low self-esteem that they have low expectations for you to go out there and make a life for yourself and what you want to do, then yeah, that really says a lot about their own
If they're
self-confidence.
crabs in a bucket, then use it as a motivator to fucking
Get out of there.
patient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crabs in a bucket. That's a new one. You've heard
You never heard
It's an
that?
Asian thing. You didn't know that?
I never heard the crabs in the bucket.
You never got a crab bucket?
No, I mean a bucket of crabs, not in that context.